Hello student, it's a simple scene, a plane and a teapot. I apply physical material with white color base. I click on material editor icon and you can check I apply this material with white color. I also make some changes in render settings, so I click on render setup. In render setup, I set active shade mode in target. By default, production rendering mode is active here. And second change that I make is in render, I choose Arnold. I also make some changes in output size. You can also choose same height or width, or you can choose according to your requirement. I choose a small size for fast rendering. Then I click on render button. Active shade window is active. Now I close the render setup window. When you make any changes in perspective viewport, it reflects like this. I need one more change in render setup. I click on this button and lock this perspective viewport as render. Click on this lock and close this. When you select any other viewport, render will not change. Now I create a quad light on viewport, so I click on light tool and choose Arnold from this drop down list. Only one light is available here. Click to activate this and then click on viewport to create this. If you click and drag, it create a target light, but we need a free light. So right click to exit this tool and delete this one. Now select this and place desired location. I place on the edge of this plane like this. Okay. Now one by one we discuss about Arnold light parameters. So I click on modify button and first parameter in general section is on or off checkbox. By clicking on this you can on or off this light. By default this light is on. Second checkbox for target, when is checked, a yellow color rectangle is available on the tip of this line. By selecting this and move, you can change target position like this. Now click on light again and you can also make changes from here also like this. In shape area, first parameter is type. By default quad is selected here, but when you click on this, 9 different type of light is available here. We will discuss about these light in another classes. Second option in this area is spread. By default light is spread like this, and when you change this value it will reflect like this. I hope you understand it changed light beam angle. Next parameter is quad X and quad Y. It related to this rectangle. When you change this, rectangle size will update, but light intensity will not update. A parameter is available in the light and intensity section that called normalize energy. When you uncheck this and then change the dimensions of this X or Y rectangle, you can make changes in light intensity like this. I check again normalize energy checkbox and change the light dimension again. Next parameter is roundness and by default value is 0. This parameter control light shape on shiny object. I show you this. First I have to increase metallic property of this material. So I click on this material editor and increase metalness 0.4 and change soft edge property 0. If roundness parameter value is 0, light show in a rectangular form. When you increase this, light corner turn in a rounded rectangle. When you increase up to 1, light show in a circular form. I show you from other direction. If roundness parameter value is 1, light show in a circular form. If value is 0, it show in a rectangular form. And second parameter soft edge related to fall of this light edge. When you increase this, edge will soft like this, and when you increase up to 0, light go in a round form. If you want to render this light, you can on this checkbox, so light will display in the final render. When you deselect this light, this rectangle will goes If you want to enable this on, so on this second checkbox, when you deselect this rectangle will not disappear. Next parameter is color and intensity. By default light color is white. You can change by clicking on this color box. I choose a yellow color tone. Light color is update but light tint not reflect in the environment, so I click on this render button again. Light color tint is update. If you face this type of problem, you can also click on this render button. You can also change light color by other options. Some presets also available here. You can choose fluorescent color. It's a daylight color. If you want to apply a warm color, you can choose this template and click on render button again. So it's provide a warm color feel. You can also choose Kelvin color temperature. 6500 provide a white color tone. It's a Kelvin temperature chart. 5500 to 6200 provide daylight color tone. Higher value of Kelvin provide a cooling tone and lower value provide a warm effect. You can also pick color from a texture. Click on this radio button, then click on no map button and choose bitmap in journal section, and then click on OK button and browse your image. I cancel this. Next option is intensity and exposure. It's a very important option. You can increase or decrease light value from here, or you can also control light from exposure value also, like this. Next option is related to rendering. We can also make changes in sample from render settings, and we already discussed in previous class. Next area is shadow, and in this area you can control shadow and shadow color. I show you. By default color is black, and if you want to provide a artistic effect, you can choose a different shadow color like this. Or you can also on or off object shadow by uncheck this option. I check shadow option again and change shadow color to black. These are all parameters of quad light, and in the next class we discuss other lights.